Welcome everyone, and at the day after the Chosen One party, we are here to listen to Roger Shimizu, who will talk about the best practices of using porterboxes. Roger is contributing to Linux and Debian in many ways and for quite some time now. Here we go.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to the both about the back practice of the porterbox. Before the both, I want to do a simple survey that is there anyone never used porterbox or just SSH to it but never built a package? Please put up your hand. Okay, so I can say most people have ever experienced to the porterbox. Okay, so most audience are the correct audience. Thank you. So let me go on to the slide. First, I want to share my experience about using the porterbox. If anything wrong or you have better practice, you can stop me and provide your opinion. Okay, let's go. So for the usage of the porterbox, it can be an architecture porter to fix some issues on the limited architecture, and another usage is that to like library transition to build the package using a specific library, maybe in the experimental repository, and using that library to do the trial build. And another one usage is like the FSG source packaging repackage. Such case like if the upstream repo is huge and we don't have a local internet at a good speed, such as I work at a coffee shop, and need to move a large part of the upstream data, such as binary blob. In such case, we can use the porterbox to do the repackaging of the source code. The final one is we can run the Linchen, the linked source code checking tool on the porterbox. Okay, let's go. The first experience I want to share is I use a lot of aliases in the shell, such as like this one. I use the plist. I use all kinds of the aliases that start from P, means porterbox aliases, such as this one, plist. Plist that lists all the change root sessions on the remote porterbox. And I shared all the shell snippet in the wiki, so you can visit the wiki porterbox how to use to see what kind of aliases I have. Okay. Just an example, after applying my aliases, that you can SSH to the ARM porterbox and do a setup, because ARM porterbox can excuse me, because ARM porterbox can support not only one architecture, but actually ARM64 and ARM-EL, ARM-HF. So we need to specify which architecture to install, to set up. So I use psetup ARM64 and git clone one repository to download all the source code, and then install the dependency packages for it, and change directory to it, and use the porterbox change root to go inside, and then get the source table, then do a GBP build package to build the package. So the aliases can speed up your workflow. And for this slide, I used the Ccache to speed up the rebuild process. Basically, if you install the Ccache and you just set up the path environment variables, you can use it. But it only applies to like a compiler like a GCC or CLang. If you invoke them directly, then you can change the path variable. But if you want to use like high-level build tools like dbuild or the GPB build package, you need to use the following command to invoke the Ccache. Here is the example I tried on the ARM porterbox, and so the first run, I used the fourth thread to compile the package, and the first run takes about 20 minutes. And after the Ccache, it's just use the 3 minutes, and it uses about 124 mega to save those Ccache data. So we just use a little bit storage and can speed up the build process on the porterbox. And another idea to speed up is using the Eat My Data package. I got this information from the pbuilder, but as I tried, this won't have performance merit on porterbox. So if you have better practice to use the Eat My Data, please tell me. But anyway, I don't have any performance merit as my testing. The next slide is about Lingshen. So first one is I need to install Lingshen, and after install it, the GPB build package will invoke Lingshen by itself. And I think previous slide I used the no Lingshen parameters here to prevent running Lingshen. So this run without Lingshen, and this run with Lingshen, and it takes about 4 minutes and 16 seconds. Okay, so previous slide is my practice to using the porterbox, and actually I have some pending issues about porterbox. For example, how to sync data from porterbox A to B without transfer dating through my local computer. I still haven't had a solution yet. And another one is how to run a KVM on porterbox. I ever saw some other developers use KVM on the porterbox, but personally I don't know how to do it. And the final one, maybe it's not necessary anymore, but because there was an email announcement in the mailing list says that DD can use the mailsubmit.debian.org to relay our email. Before that, maybe we can use the porterbox, but currently there's no such requirement anymore. Okay, so that's my experience. So maybe you can share your experience. Okay, so I have, okay, so please.
Yeah, Yeah, okay. One thing I do is I have a script that I don't remember where I get it from. Maybe I copied from someone else that lets me SSH into this porterbox without knowing the host name. So it queries the Debian LDAP and figures out which is the porterbox for the architecture I want, and then it goes there. So I don't have to remember the host names. And if a porterbox is retired and there's a new one, then it will just work because, well, assuming the LDAP is updated, then it just works.
Mm-hmm. As I remember, porterbox just don't save the data, so you need to protect your valuable data elsewhere.
Yeah. I don't really leave anything on the porterbox. After I'm done, I just remove everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, the next time I tried the same architecture, if the porterbox changed names, then it just works because I don't.
Yeah. And the porterbox, as my experience, the porterbox may change the host name sometimes. Maybe they will, for the one architecture, they will have a few alternatives host, and sometimes one host goes away. That's pretty normal. Yes.
Yeah, one thing I have an issue with is, so okay, we can build stuff on the porterbox, but for running stuff is more difficult. Because we can't assume that just because something built, it works. That's why I work on CI.debian.net, but you cannot install the Debian package you just built. And I mean, how do I know if the package I built for S390X works? Because I have no way of actually installing that package.
Yes.
And, well, if when the porterboxes are updated to POSI, at least, we can ask DSA to install Podman in them, because that doesn't require root access or anything, and then maybe we'll be able to actually run a system where we can install the package we just built, because otherwise you don't really know if it works. Like I have some bugs in Ruby where it crashes at runtime. So even though I can build, I cannot run that binary too. I mean, I can run a QEMU machine that's going to take 20 minutes to boot, but you know.
Yes, for the porterbox, you can just build the package, but you cannot install the build package.
Yeah.
Yes, that's one problem I also experienced.
Yeah. So for me, my experience is that usually I don't use porterbox because I can use pbuilder-dist. So it uses a QEMU user static. So you can build the packages and you can run the packages inside. And it's very fast actually, because it's not a whole QEMU. You don't put the kernel or put something else. It's just an emulator and translate the instructions.
Is it pbuilder?
pbuilder-dist. And you can have architecture there. And you are use QEMU-user-static. So it's very fast. But sometimes it's not working because the pbuilder-dist actually works better than porterbox. But for example, I made a package that optimized some code by Neon on ARM. And we know that for ARM HF, the Neon is not turned on. So in the real world, that's not working. But on pbuilder-dist, it works perfect. So when you see the bug reported on Debian, and it's actually because of the Neon problems. So you cannot use pbuilder-dist to fix that. You need a porterbox. But mostly pbuilder-dist was quite good and fast.
In or Docker, you can also run or even LXC, you can run a container for a foreign architecture. So I can just run a PowerPC 64 container. That's easy. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, container is another solution, I think. Yes. For the new instruction, I think DebConf provides some other porterbox. I think we can search here. It's like yeah, I think abel.debcon.org. This machine has the ARM-EL and ARM-HF capability, and it does not support Neo, and you can try to build non-Neo supported program there. Yes. Okay, if there's no questions, I can show a demo how to build the package on the porterbox. Just let me show from very beginning. Maybe not this one. Sorry, I cannot see it very clearly. Okay. I already git cloned the repo, so it's already there. And let's first install the dependency packages here for the YUV view. Oops. Okay, I think I need to specify the architecture first. Yes, it's installing. Yeah. Sorry, I cannot see it very clearly, so I need to move to my screen. Yeah, it's still installing the dependency. Oops. Okay. Okay, it's installed, and next is the p change root to go inside the s change root environment, and it's done. So the command to build is the this one. Let's see. Yes. Because I already built the package yesterday, so it's just got the result from Ccache. So it's pretty fast. And the final, I guess it's linking. The linking, the Ccache cannot help. So the linking is real. Okay. So basically the package is already built. Now it is the final demand helper packaging. And for the past experience, without running Linchain, the build time is 3 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So 3 minutes and 5 seconds. So it's built up. Okay, that's all for my experience sharing and a simple demo. Do you have any questions? Okay, thank you for joining this BOF. Thank you.